Be me, 31, graphic designer. Single as of 3 months ago after what I'd call a mutual understanding that we wanted different things. I'm doing fine. Better than fine, actually. I've been spending more time with friends, working on myself, posting more about the things I care about. Women's rights, accountability, calling out toxic behavior when I see it. Sunday dinner at my parents' place. The usual routine. Mom's making pot roast, Dad's half watching football in the living room, and my brother Derek is out in the driveway with his hands buried in the engine of that beat-up old Nissan he's obsessed with. I walk out with a glass of wine, lean against the door frame. You know, most people your age are thinking about mortgages and kids, not whatever you're doing to that thing. Derek doesn't even look up. It's a car. I'm working on it. Yeah, I can see that. I'm just saying, when are you going to focus on real life stuff? Like dating? Settling down? He wipes his hands on a rag, still doesn't make eye contact. I'm good. I laugh. You're 28, Derek. Mum's going to start asking about grandkids soon, and I'm definitely not providing them anytime soon. Then she'll have to wait. I roll my eyes and head back inside. Classic Derek, always deflecting. Dinner starts off normal. Dad's complaining about property taxes. Mom's asking me about work. Then she turns to Derek. So, honey, are you seeing anyone? Derek cuts his pot roast. Nope. Mom frowns. You're not getting any younger. Don't you want a family someday? I jump in, half joking. Seriously, what are you waiting for? You spend all your time at the gym and with that car. You're going to end up alone in a garage surrounded by motor oil. Derek sets his fork down. His jaw tightens. I tried dating. I'm done now. I scoff. What? One girl turned you down and you're giving up? That's dramatic. No. His voice is flat. My best friend Kyle is dealing with an HR investigation right now. That's why I'm done. The table goes quiet. I blink. Wait. What? Kyle? What happened? Derek finally looks at me. He met a girl at a company networking mixer. They talked for like half an hour. She was laughing, touching his arm. The whole thing. She gave him her Instagram, told him to DM her. He asked for her number. She typed it into his phone herself. I nod slowly. Okay. So what happened? They texted for a few days. Normal stuff. She initiated half the conversations, sent him a meme, asked what he was doing that weekend. He suggested coffee. She said maybe. He followed up 2 days later. She didn't respond. A week later, he saw her at another work thing, said hi, asked if she was still down for coffee. She said no. He said cool, no worries, and walked away. I wait, Derek continues. 3 days after that, she filed an HR complaint, said he made repeated unwanted advances, that he cornered her at the second event, wouldn't leave her alone. Then she told them he followed her to the parking lot. Did he? No. Security footage showed he left 20 minutes before she did. I feel my stomach twist. Okay, so they'll see that and clear him, right? Derek laughs bitterly. He showed them the texts. She initiated half the conversations. He asked her out twice. Twice. Over 3 weeks. And HR said his pattern of behavior was concerning. They put him on administrative leave while they investigate. But if he has proof, doesn't matter. She said she felt uncomfortable. That's all it takes. Now Kyle's been out of work for 3 months. He's spent 18 grand on a lawyer to help him navigate this. And even if he gets cleared, his name is already tied to this in company records. I don't know what to say. I want to ask if Kyle did something else, something Derek isn't telling me. But the look on his face stops me. That's awful, I finally say. But, false accusations are really rare. Are they? Derek's voice is sharp. Or do we just not hear about them because the guy's life is already ruined by the time anyone bothers to check? Mom tries to change the subject, but Derek's already stood up, grabbing his plate. I'm going to finish eating outside. He leaves. I sit there, staring at my pot roast. I want to believe Derek. I do. But I also know women don't just make this stuff up for no reason. There has to be more to the story. Later, when I'm leaving, I see Derek still out in the driveway, hood popped, working on the car under a work light. I stop. "Hey, I'm sorry about Kyle. That really sucks." He doesn't look up. "Yeah. But are you sure that's the whole story? Like, what did he actually say to her at that second event?" Now he looks at me. His face is unreadable. He said hey and asked if she wanted coffee. That's it. Okay, but did he corner her? What does she mean by that? Derek stares at me for a long moment. Then he goes back to the engine. Doesn't matter what I say. You're going to believe what you want. I open my mouth to argue, but he's already tuned me out. I drive home feeling uneasy, but I tell myself Derek's just being paranoid. Kyle probably did something that made her uncomfortable, even if he didn't mean to. That's how these things work. 2 weeks later, I'm at my friend Rachel's birthday party. Rooftop bar, string lights, overpriced cocktails. I'm talking to a few people I know when I get introduced to Jenna and Amy. Jenna's the kind of girl who commands attention without trying. 27, works in PR, has this effortless confidence that makes people gravitate toward her. She's talking about some brand deal she just landed, laughing, gesturing with her drink. Amy's quieter, standing next to her. She's 26, works in graphic design like me. She asks me about my work, actually listens when I answer. We're chatting about freelancing when Jenna jumps back into the conversation. "So what do you do for fun? Besides work, I mean." I shrug. "Honestly, not much lately. My brother's the interesting one. He's super into cars. Goes to meets, restores them, the whole thing." Amy's face lights up. "Oh, that's cool. What kind of car does he work on?" "Some old Nissan. I don't really know cars, but he's obsessed with it. Spends every weekend in the garage." Jenna leans in. "Wait, like car meets? With all the modified cars and stuff?" "Yeah, exactly." Jenna grins. "That's kind of hot, not gonna lie. Are the guys there cute?" I laugh. "I mean, my brother goes, so I don't really pay attention. But yeah, there's usually a decent crowd." Jenna exchanges a look with Amy. "You should take us sometime. I've always wanted to check one out." Amy nods. "I'd love to see the cars. My dad used to restore an old Mustang when I was a kid. I miss being around that stuff." I'm surprised. Amy seems genuinely interested, not just in a "this sounds fun" way, but like she actually cares about cars. Yeah, I can ask Derek when the next one is. He'd probably be cool with it. Jenna raises her glass. Perfect. I'm so down. I'm excited. Derek needs to get out more, meet people, stop isolating himself over this Kyle thing. And Amy seems sweet, grounded, the kind of girl who might actually be good for him. The following Saturday, I text Derek and tell him I'm bringing some friends to the meet. He responds with okay and nothing else. When we pull into the parking lot, I'm genuinely impressed. There are at least 50 cars, Hondas with neon underglow, a pristine Supra, a wide-body BMW, trucks on massive lifts. It's more of a scene than I expected. Derek's car is parked near the back. I still don't know what model it is, just that it's sleek, low to the ground, and clearly expensive looking. The hood's popped, and Derek's leaning over the engine talking to a couple of guys. I wave. He glances up, nods, goes back to his conversation. We walk over. "Hey Derek, this is Jenna and Amy." He straightens up, wipes his hands on his jeans, shakes their hands. "Hey, what's up?" Amy steps closer to the car, eyes wide. "Wow, this is gorgeous. What year is it?" Derek softens just slightly. "Thanks, it's a 93. "What kind of build are you doing?" He looks surprised that she's asking. Mostly engine work right now. Upgraded the turbo, working on the suspension next. Paint correction took forever." Amy crouches down to look at the wheel setup. "Are those aftermarket? They look amazing." Derek actually smiles. "Yeah. Took me like 6 months to find the right set. They start talking about offset and wheel specs, and I can see Derek relaxing. He's explaining something about camber when one of his buddies walks up. A guy I vaguely recognize from past meets. Dude, the R32 is looking clean. When are you finally going to let me ride in it? Derek laughs. When it's insured for passengers, man. I'm not trying to deal with that liability. Jenna, who's been scrolling her phone this whole time, suddenly perks up. Wait, this is an R32 GTR? Derek nods. Yeah. Her entire energy shifts. She steps forward, touches the fender, leans in to look at the engine. Oh my god, I had no idea. These are like super rare, right? I've seen them on Instagram. They're worth a ton. Derek looks slightly uncomfortable. Yeah. They're JDM only imports, so they're hard to get in the States. Jenna runs her hand along the hood. This is insane. You have to take me for a ride. Derek hesitates. Maybe once it's fully sorted. It's not insured for passengers yet. Jenna pouts. Come on, just a quick one? Around the block? Nah, I don't let anyone in it until I've got everything finalized. It's not worth the risk. Her smile falters for just a second, but she recovers fast. Okay, well, I'm holding you to that once it's ready. She pulls out her phone. Can I get your Instagram? Derek rattles it off. She follows him immediately, starts liking photos on the spot. Meanwhile, Amy's still asking Derek questions about the interior restore, the sound system he's planning, whether he's taking it to any shows. Derek keeps answering her, and I notice he's way more engaged with her than with Jenna. I'm mentally rooting for Amy. She seems perfect for him. Over the next week, I watch their interactions on Instagram. Amy likes his posts, leaves thoughtful comments. Jenna likes everything too, but her comments are more flirty. Lots of emojis, when's my ride type stuff. She DMs me a few days later. Jenna. Okay, your brother is hot. Is he single? Me. Yeah, but he's pretty cautious about dating right now. Jenna. Why? Me. Long story, just had some stuff happen with a friend that made him wary. Jenna. Well, let him know. I'm interested. I don't respond right away. I'm hoping he ends up with Amy. A week later, I convinced Derek to hang out with me, Jenna, and Amy at a bar downtown. I'm not subtle about it. I want him and Amy to hit it off. We grab a table. Derek sits next to Amy. Within 5 minutes, they're deep in conversation about design work. Amy mentions a logo project she's stuck on. Derek offers to take a look, suggests a workflow app he uses. They're laughing, leaning in. It's easy. Jenna sits across from them, nursing a vodka soda, visibly annoyed. She keeps trying to redirect. So Derek, when's the next meet? I want to see the car again. Derek glances up. Probably next weekend. Can I come? Sure, anyone can come. It's a public lot. Jenna leans forward. I meant like, with you? Like a date. Derek looks caught off guard. Oh, I mean, it's pretty casual, just a hangout thing. She laughs, but there's an edge to it. Right. Casual. The conversation shifts back to Amy. She's showing Derek photos of her dad's old Mustang on her phone. Derek's genuinely interested, asking questions, telling her about part sources. At one point, Jenna reaches across the table and touches Derek's arm. So when are you actually going to take me for that ride you promised? Derek frowns. I didn't promise anything. I said maybe once the car's ready. Jenna smiles, but it doesn't reach her eyes. Right. Maybe. Later, Amy excuses herself to the bathroom. The second she's gone, Jenna leans in close to Derek. Just so you know, Amy's seeing someone. It's pretty new, but yeah, she probably didn't mention it. Derek looks surprised. Oh, I didn't know that. Jenna shrugs. Yeah, just thought you should know before you get too invested. I'm half listening from across the table, but I catch the tail end. I make a mental note to ask Amy later. When Amy comes back, Derek's noticeably more reserved. He's polite, but the energy's shifted. Amy looks confused, but doesn't push. At the end of the night, Derek asks me in the parking lot if what Jenna said is true. I have no idea. I'll ask her. I text Amy the next day. She responds within an hour. Amy. LOL no. I'm single. Why? I stare at my phone. Jenna lied. I don't tell Derek right away. I don't know why. Maybe I'm hoping it was just a misunderstanding. Over the next few days, Jenna texts Derek constantly. Memes, questions about his day, thinking about you, messages. Derek responds politely, but doesn't engage deeply. Then she asks him to hang out one-on-one. Derek tells me later he didn't want to seem like he was hiding from social situations. Plus, she framed it professionally. I want advice on featuring a client's car at a meet for a PR campaign, she'd said. They meet for coffee. According to Derek, Jenna dominated the conversation, talked about work, her Instagram engagement strategy, an ex who wouldn't leave her alone. Every few minutes, she'd bring up the car. When could she see it again? When would it be ready? Could she be there for the first real drive? Derek kept deflecting. Finally, he said it outright. Look, I'm flattered, but I'm not really looking for anything serious right now. I'm trying to take things slow. Jenna's face went hard. Are you interested in Amy? Derek, caught off guard. I mean, I thought she was cool, but you said she's seeing someone. So you're only hanging out with me because you can't have her? What? No, I barely know either of you. Jenna stood up, grabbed her bag. This is unbelievable. You've been stringing me along this whole time. I haven't been stringing anyone. Whatever. Good luck with Amy. She left. Derek texted me right after, confused and frustrated. He sent me screenshots of their texts. Friendly, surface level, 0. Flirting. I read them, and my first instinct is to defend Jenna. Okay, but you did hang out with her one-on-one. You gave her your Instagram. I can see how she'd think you were interested. I was being friendly. That's it. But from her perspective, maybe you were sending signals. I didn't flirt. I didn't make plans. I just existed. I hesitate. Derek, Amy's not seeing anyone. I asked her. Jenna lied. Silence on the other end. So she lied to mess things up with Amy, and now she's mad at me for not wanting her? I mean, maybe she just really liked you and got her feelings hurt. Are you serious right now? I don't respond. He hangs up. I sit there staring at my phone, feeling uneasy. But I tell myself it's probably just a miscommunication. 2 weeks later, there's a big night meet. I'm not going, but Amy texts me that she'll be there. I'm secretly hoping she and Derek finally talk things out. I don't hear from Derek that night. The next morning, I'm making coffee when my phone buzzes. It's a call from Derek. He sounds panicked. Did you see Jenna's story? What? No. What happened? Check Instagram. Now. I open the app, find Jenna's profile. Her story from 2 hours ago. A photo taken from inside a car. The cramped bucket seat visible, shot with a wide lens that distorts the space. You can see the reflection of the hood in the windshield, and what looks like someone's arm reaching toward the frame. The angle makes it look claustrophobic, invasive. The caption, "Some guys really don't understand boundaries. Trust your gut, ladies." My stomach drops. Derek, what the hell happened? His voice is shaking. She asked if she could sit in the car for a photo. I said fine, whatever. I was standing outside talking to my buddy about his exhaust setup. She got in, took a selfie, then called me over. Said she wanted me in the shot. I said no. She kept pushing, like, come on, just one, it'll look cool. I stayed where I was, literally just standing next to the car with the door open. He takes a breath. Then she reached out and grabbed my wrist, pulled me toward her, laughing like it was a game. I yanked my hand back and was like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Relax, I'm just taking a picture," and snapped the photo before I could step away. I didn't lean over her. I didn't grab her. She grabbed me. Then I walked off. I thought she was just being weird, so I didn't think about it again. Okay, so that's not even the worst part. He sends me a screenshot. It's from a group chat. 15 people, all from the car scene. Jenna's message, "Hey everyone, just want to give a heads up about Derek, last name. I've tried to be nice and give him chances, but last night he made me really uncomfortable. I was sitting in his car for a photo, he said it was fine, and he leaned over me, grabbed my hand, wouldn't back off when I tried to pull away. I felt trapped. I don't want to make a huge deal, but I've heard from other girls that he's done similar things. Just be careful, especially if you're a woman." I feel like I'm going to throw up. Derek, there were people standing right there. My buddy Mike saw the whole thing. She grabbed me. I scroll through the replies. Mike. Bro, I was literally standing there. She grabbed his wrist and pulled him, not the other way around. A girl. Ugh, I'm so sorry, Jenna. Thank you for speaking up. Someone else. I always got weird vibes from him. Another. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Derek's breathing hard on the other end. I have a witness, and people still believe her. I don't know what to say. Okay, let me talk to her. What's the point? Just let me try. I open my DMs with Jenna. Me. Hey, I saw the messages. What happened? Jenna. I'm not discussing this with you. Me. Derek said you grabbed his hand. People saw it. Jenna. Intent versus impact. He made me feel unsafe. Me. Jenna, you're lying. Jenna. Wow. Betrayed by another woman. Cool. She blocks me. I call Derek back. She blocked me? Yeah, shocker. Derek, just don't. He hangs up. I sit there for a long time, staring at my phone. Then I do something I hate myself for. I DM 2 women I know from the group. Both were at the meet. Both commented supportively on Jenna's message. Me. Hey, I know this is awkward, but Derek's my brother. Did either of you actually see what happened? One leaves me on red. The other responds an hour later. I wasn't there for that specific moment, but I believe women. I close the app. 3 weeks later, Derek tells me Kyle's HR investigation concluded. The company found insufficient evidence of harassment, and Kyle was allowed to return to work. But allowed to return meant he was separated from his original team, reassigned to a different department with fewer advancement opportunities. He spent $22,000 on a lawyer to help him navigate the process. When you Google his name, the word investigation still shows up in autocomplete. Former co-workers who used to grab lunch with him now avoid eye contact in the hallway. He put in his 2 weeks' notice last Friday. He's moving to Austin next month. They cleared him, Derek says, and his life is still over. I don't argue. Derek's own situation never escalated beyond the group chat, but the damage is real. 4 people unfollowed him or blocked him outright. 2 weeks after the meet, someone keyed his car in a parking lot, a single jagged line down the passenger door. $1,800 to fix. A girl he'd known casually from the scene asked him point blank at a gas station. So did you actually do that to Jenna? The guy who defended him in the group chat, Mike, told Derek to just lay low for a while, let it blow over. Jenna never retracted anything. A week after the initial post, she added another story. Not everyone who seems nice is safe. Trust actions, not words. No name, but everyone knew. Derek tells me he's done. No dating apps, no approaching women at meets, no setups from friends. What if you meet someone great later, through people you already know? He laughs, but there's no humor in it. Maybe. In 5 years? If I've known her forever? If 10 people vouch for her? But strangers? New people? Never. I'd rather be alone than end up like Kyle. I don't argue. I don't know what to say. I stopped posting about women's issues for a while. I told myself I was just busy with work, but the truth is, I didn't know what I believed anymore. A month later, Amy texts me. Amy, hey, I heard some stuff about Derek. I don't believe it, but is he okay? I tried texting and he didn't respond. I stare at the message for a long time. I could tell her the truth. I could tell her Jenna lied, that Derek has a witness, that he's a good guy who got screwed over by someone vindictive. I could vouch for him. Instead, I type, he's going through some stuff. Probably best to give him space. Amy doesn't push. Okay, let me know if I can help. I delete the thread an hour later. I tell myself I'm protecting Derek's privacy, but really, I just don't want to get involved. I don't want to pick sides publicly. I don't want to risk my own friendships. Months later, I'm scrolling Instagram and I see Jenna at another meet leaning against some guy's Supra. The caption, finally met a real car guy who isn't weird about his car. 300 likes, comments full of hearts and flame emojis. I click over to Derek's profile. His last post is from 2 months ago, a photo of the R32 in his garage, hood open, work light casting shadows across the engine bay. No caption, no tags, 47 likes. I close the app. I don't think Derek's wrong anymore. I don't think Kyle deserved what happened to him. But admitting that means admitting I didn't believe my own brother when it mattered. That I made excuses for Jenna because it felt safer than questioning the framework I'd built my beliefs on, and I'm not ready to sit with that. So I just don't think about it.